Your local radio station.
Senedd Talk Radio.
It's Friday, May the 7th. Welcome along to our coverage of the Senedd Elections 2021. Joining me in the studio today is Gwenoro Jones, former MP for Carmarthenshire and our political analyst. We'll be bringing you all the results as they come in, along with interviews with the candidates involved in the election process.
Your stories, your platform. This is Senedd Talk Radio.
Welcome along. My name's Alan Evans. This is Senedd Talk Radio.
Your local radio station.
We are Senedd Talk Radio.
Welcome along. You're listening to the election special, Senedd Elections 2021, with Senedd Talk Radio. With me has been Gwenoro Jones. We've heard from the Welsh Conservatives, we've heard from Labour, we've heard from Plaid Cymru, and we're going to hear a little bit from UKIP now. This is an interview we did pre-election with Ken Rees of UKIP in Llanelli. I'm with Ken Rees of UKIP in Llanelli. Ken, the office is open. Town is starting to, people are going past here. What's the response been to UKIP standing? I know Neil Hamilton isn't standing in Mid and West now. And obviously the polls are saying UKIP are not going to get a seat. Abolish Assembly might. This is a very different election, isn't it? Sort of post-pandemic.
Yes, but Neil Hamilton did very well in the leaders' debate, the second part of that programme this week. The reason why he has moved to the East Wales seat is that he has a far greater job to do now as the interim leader of UKIP UK. And therefore, that was only logical to do. But we're still alive and we're still working. We're still saying, be careful that, in my own case, when I converted from the Liberal Democrat, as I was an original Liberal, where I agreed with the EEC, but with stealth, John Major and those converted the EEC into the EC. And we have now proud to say that we've rescued Britain to have its own democracy in its own right.
That might be given back. If Plaid Cymru get into government in this, and they've promised to have, whether it's forever or not, but their plan is to go back to the EU.
Yes, and that is why I converted from the Liberal Democrat. I could see the Scottish position where they would break away and disintegrate the United Kingdom. Well, this will be a far different, poorer country if that happens.
Do you think then that, looking at UKIP's chances in Llanelli and the way things have gone, Labour, 20 years of Labour in the Welsh Assembly and the Senedd now, do you think UKIP can offer anything to the people of Llanelli?
Well, certainly we can. We will have a voice. We've provided a voice for their independence in the sense of the independence from Europe. And we are self-governing. If we're going to give that away, we are going to obviously be very strong and people will turn back to us.
Do you think, looking at Labour's record over the 20 years, call a spade if you like, but have they done a good job? Have they done anything for this town? Or have you seen, like some are claiming, a steady decline here and politicians out of touch with the people?
Well, it depends, that is a partisan type of answer that you can have. Yes, Lee Waters has done some things over the last couple of years. What we have from the people, where is Lee Waters? We don't know him. But I believe that he's been working for us with the schemes of development at Llanelli. But Llanelli is not unique in that sense. The whole of West Wales, I would say, would be in a slightly declined place.
With Neil Hamilton now, should he not be elected and UKIP don't get any seats in the Senedd, I mean, I guess the likelihood is that this office will close, will it, or will UKIP carry on?
Well, if the first past the post goes different in Llanelli to what it is now, there's every opportunity that on the list, the first list candidate with UKIP would possibly slot in where Hamilton left.
And who is standing for the Mid and West?
He's an officer of the British Army. If you've seen him on the manifestos, he's got a bunch of medals on his chest, and he's been a UKIP member for many years. But he's moved into the West Wales area, somewhere around Carmarthen, and he's very resolute in. He'll be a different type of candidate to Neil Hamilton.
A lot of the kind of speeches and talk that we're hearing certainly from UKIP is about the kind of, the statues being pulled down, statues being defaced and so on.
It's a shame.
History being sort of erased. Do you see it that way, or do you think that?
This is the very. Why don't people look at it from another direction, whereby the history of what these people did, they were given the statue, but their history and wrongdoing, if we can say it that, let that be fully explained as well.
Mm. Don't erase it, just put something at the side as an addendum to say this is what actually happened.
Yes, those people that object to these can put their own plate and their own words at the bottom of the statue. This is the person who did so and so, and therefore it can be open history.
And as for Llanelli as a town, do you see a future for it? Do you think things will improve, or maybe in a different way things might be demolished and pulled down and rebuilt? Do you think we'll ever get back to the glory days? Well,
it's a pity that so many shops are empty here, but you can understand the fact that the trade hasn't been so well.
Yeah.
I certainly believe in reducing the rates so that people can come in, especially here we are in Stepney Street with all the charity shops.
Yeah.
They are thriving, and that is a sign of the times.
Yeah. Ken Reith, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Your local radio station.
We are Llanelli Talk Radio.